You alive. Okay. Glad I'm alive. Let's go here. Here.
The blades for more specific work. But seriously, don't
Here.
get overwhelmed. Start simple.
Go here. Go here. X. Here. AC. Channel. Live. Mute. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. All right. Let's see what we're doing. Doesn't look too bad. No? Kind of in focus. All right. Wait for some people to come by. Use that possibly. Get out some stamps, maybe. Some paint. Yeah. Well, until people come by. I can look in the Twinchies. Yeah. Now let's do this. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for being here. I thought I would do a little Twinchy work for a couple of minutes. What did I do with all my Twinchies? This is a Twinchy book. Hi, Deb. How are you? Wow, what a surprise. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing because they're actually constructing. For the moment, he's quiet, but once he starts, I don't know how loud it's going to be and whether, I'm going to be able to kind of work and talk. So I thought in the meantime, this is my Twinchy book. Let's see, I can move this over here like so. Oh, okay. Is he getting a new license? Hope it doesn't take too long. Well, that's not too bad. I'm not too crooked. Anyway, yeah, this is that 2-inch graph book notebook that I saw at, hi Brenda. I saw her at Nicole Cut, Glue, and Relax. And it's really kind of fun to work in. It's very low key. Car tags, yeah. And I've done several pages. And they're just very simple. And then I've gone back and added even smaller pieces on top of the squares. I've got a whole thing of really tiny pieces that I've collected over the years to add even another dimension to it. And then I made like a viewfinder type of thing. So I'm in a magazine looking at pictures that I think I might like. I just have this little, and this is 2 inches by 2 inches, and I just go around that and cut the squares out of the magazine. So this is my viewfinder. So let's glue a couple of these in. I can't figure out what that is. Don't know what the orientation is. Played bridge this morning. I didn't come in last place. I came in the middle of the pack, so to speak. So I didn't win any money. if you come in last place, you get your dollar back. And I think it's so cute because they refer to the last place winner as the guest of the day. They make you feel special. Can't figure out the orientation of that either. Looks like I don't know. I'll put it up here. I have these Maryland ones. Let me put the Maryland ones in. She's a little bit big, but I think you'll still be able to see that it's Maryland. These are the Andy Warhol Marylands. I'm going to lose some of her, but I figure this is still the best place for her, because where else am I going to put her? But I'm going to lose a lot of her. I don't know. Let me just cut one and see how bad it is. Let me just do that, and we'll just take a quick look. So my framer, carpenter, has arrived. He arrived Monday. And he started working. And I said to my contractor, I said, where's the rest of the crew? And he said, no, this is it. Chris likes to work alone. He doesn't like working with other people because he ends up babysitting them and constantly checking on what they're doing. So he works by himself. And I'm thinking, I don't know how he's going to do this by himself. And Vinny said, well, when he needs help, he gets help. They rolled out one of the windows. They have one of the windows on site. So he has that to measure off. And it's gorgeous. Oh my God, the window is friggin' gorgeous. And it is huge. Huge. It took two of them to carry it to the backyard. So I don't know how he's going. He can't lift it. There's no way he can lift it and put it in place. But he's got the whole back wall where 3 of the windows go. It's all framed out. And he didn't work yesterday because he had to do something, and then he was supposed to be here at noon, and of course he didn't show up at noon. So yesterday was a completely lost day. And I don't know, what do you think? Are we cutting too much of her off, or do you think that's okay? I think it's okay. I'm just going to go with it and just figure it out. We'll just lose that. I think that's the same picture, except it's in blue. Andy Warhol. These are Andy Warhol-ish. His didn't quite look like this. So he was here. He carried all the lumber from the front yard to the backyard. I'm talking headers, huge pieces. Thanks, Deb. Huge, big headers. Like, 2 by 6 by, 20 feet. Carried those all back. And he's not a big guy. And when I got home from bridge, I talked to him briefly, and I said, are you going to... So now he's built the wall that will be the wall for the new addition, the new room. He's got that all studded out, right? With the header and the 2x4s and all of that. And I tapped on the window, talking through the glass sliding door. And I said, are you going to lift that by yourself? And he said, yep. He said he had his Wheaties. He had his Wheaties this morning. I don't know. I know you must have some sort of way of levering it or whatever, but oh my gosh. But he was here, and the air hammer was going, and that makes the compressor, and then he left. So I don't know whether he's out looking for some able-bodied men. I have no idea. So I figured I'd do this for a couple of minutes, and then I'd switch over to the doll book. I've got some dolls that I received in our doll swap. And I need to make some background pages for the doll book. And what else? Nothing really. I'm pretty excited about the project getting underway. A little disappointed that we lost a day yesterday. And of course, there's rain in the forecast every day of the week, and it does rain every afternoon. So when you get to be about this time, well, the rain usually shows up about 3. And I don't know where he went. So we got about another hour and a half before it starts to rain. But all that hurricane stuff that hurricane mess that was out in the Caribbean is gone completely. When you open up the Hurricane Center, and you click on the Atlantic, it shows nothing. Nothing. There's nothing going on. Okay, Deb, thanks for stopping by. I've been hanging out with Brenda A. over at Pam's Ginger Cat group. And that's been an experience. Hi, Carol. Gee, I hope you're feeling a little better. You've had a rough patch. I like your new glasses, though. They look pretty snazzy. Is that all there were? I could have sworn there were more Marylands. All right. Well, we'll just glue her down then. Glue her down. So the Pam's Ginger Cat lady, she's got very interesting streaming hours. Basically, she's on in the middle of the night, all night long. And she's got a lot of people from Europe and Australia. So it's not weird times for them. And she's on the West Coast. So, but I think she starts at, Brenda would probably know, Brenda A would probably know. It's like 10 p.m. PST. It's 1 a.m. my time when she goes on. It's 1 a.m. Eastern when she starts her broadcast. And then she goes all the way till 6 a.m. my time. And my sleeping is so erratic. I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and she's on. So I go over and say hi and hang out. But sometimes she leaves and goes to another channel and then you can't find her. Like today, she went over to Diane, Messy Table, Australia, but I found her over there, and then they left there and they went someplace else, and I didn't hear where they were going, so I lost her for a while and then found her again. But Pam from Ginger Cat Lady. So I've been watching her a lot because she's on in the middle of the night. And when I wake up in the middle of the night, instead of trying to go back to sleep, which is probably the smart thing to do, I go to her channel and hang out. Brenda A is here, and I see her there too. And she's making these beautiful Christmas journals out of golden books. And they're really very elaborate. she's got some really neat stuff that she's, making beautiful tags and embellishments, and it's really kind of cool. I've only altered one golden book, and it was a Christmas one, as I recall, and I didn't enjoy doing it, and so I didn't try it again. I'd gotten a kit, so I'd gotten the golden book and a lot of ephemera to alter it, but I don't know. Here I figured I'd do this because it wouldn't be complicated. And now the guy is gone. His name is Chris, my framer. Maybe he went to lunch. When I talked to him, he was chewing on a stick of beef jerky, and he has a gallon jug of water, which is wise. I think. Oh, I have an Amazon delivery out on the porch. I forgot to bring that in. Can't remember now what I ordered. I think I cooked a chicken breast last night. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Last Sunday, I forgot to mention it. Thank you for bringing it up, Barbara. I've got to get my ass together on this. Last Sunday, in the description box, I put my email address, but then I forgot to address it in the stream. So, and today I forgot to put my email address in the description box. So there's only a couple of us here, but I'm glad you figured out what you're going to. Oh, that's a great idea. And I think everybody in here knows, except maybe Brenda A. I'm going to give out anybody that wants one a Field Notes book. And the company is called Field Notes, and they make these little pocket books. Hi, Belinda. Belinda may have been here. And I need addresses. I have Barbara's address, and I think yours is the only address that I have. And this is what a Field Note book looks like. And you wouldn't get this one, but I subscribed to them. It was a subscription service, and I don't know. Hi, Devin. I don't know why I subscribed to. I did for a year or two. So I have tons of these, at least over 50 of these Field Notes notebooks. And I thought it would be fun. If anybody that wanted one, I would mail them one. And that on Wednesdays we could do, not instead of Hub Day, it would be Field Day. And we could take out our little field notebooks and work in the field notebooks. Carol has done some beautiful work in hers. Becky and Deb Farrell was in here. They were early on. They got books and they've started to work in theirs. I haven't done anything in mine except cut out some pages. Haven't figured out whether I was going to have a theme or not. Carol has nature. Barb said she's going to do little dolls in hers. So if you're interested, you got to let me know. And when I had people write in comments, I couldn't find the comments. So if you're willing to go back to last Sunday's. Field Note Fridays. That would be funny. If you can go back to Sunday's stream, you would find my email. I mean, I could put my email up here, but I know Carol's got one. Barbara Clark, I have your address, and I don't know whether Belinda's interested or not. Deb Farrell has one. I don't know whether Devin's interested or not. I could quickly put my email address in here, and then why don't I do that? And so if anybody comes in, and then you can email me your address, and I would assume if you email me your address that you want me to mail you one back. I'm more than happy to mail to Canada. It doesn't cost that much to me. They fit in a regular envelope. So here, let me put my email address in here. And then if you want one, just email me your address. And maybe in the subject line, you could write field notes. Hi, Sherry and Cherry and Stephanie. Hey, hey, hey. So there's my email. And if you're interested in me sending you one of these field notebooks, just send me your address via my email address and I'll mail you one there. So, Sherry, the best I could do for you, Sherry, is I sent you a page that has all the links with the supplies and instructions to the Creative Reset, Louise Fletcher's. And I hope that you got that. And I tested it before I mailed it, and all the links opened, and that should give you everything that you need. It has the directions, the supply lists. The only problem is it's only good until the 13th, and then she takes it all down. And if you want it, then you have to buy her course. Her course is pretty pricey. I looked at it, but I'm not good. I mean, I buy courses and then I don't finish them. So, and this course is 995 pounds or euros. So I'm thinking it's probably about $1,000 for a 10-week course. That's a little rich for my blood. Yeah. I'm a $99 Wonderlust member. Yeah, you can't print. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if you could. Yeah, it's a lot of printing. I would say it would probably be at least 20 some odd pages. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it is. It is different. It's different, but it still has the same kind of bones. Yeah, she says it's different. Well, it's more of it. Well, I'm glad you downloaded it. Yeah, she has PDFs for it. But I wonder if those PDFs go away. I wonder, I mean, if you download the PDF, then it's on your computer, right? But you can't print it out. And it would be, yeah, about 20 some odd pages. It would be a lot. All right, let me just do this real quick and get on to the dolls. I know that's why you're. Staples, yeah. Oops, I'll stick him down here like that. I'll have to cover him up a little bit. Well, we'll put some fish below the tiger, and the tiger can want the fish. All right, let's look at the dollies. Now I got this all glued up. I better leave it out to dry. So Devin, did you look at some of them? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I did cut up some of her. The last one I did was the jar one, which I think. Oh yeah, that would even be more expensive in Canadian dollars. Oh my gosh. The last one I did was where you had the virtual jar with 15 prompts. I printed that and I want to do that in another stream. Yeah, I think she's got to, yeah, she would have to. Um, and you pick 3 prompts and then you do them in 5 minutes on each. And I forgot to set the timer. But this is another book I was making out of a tissue box. I've made one of these before. And then, so these are some of the things I made. And the one thing that I saw that looked like flowers, I was able to cut them down and I made my 3 bookmarks for the maker's bookmark. Oh, I can't afford that. Yeah. I made my bookmarks out of that. So I was in the bookmark swap with makers. So I've already got my 3 bookmarks done, and that's from these. So I'm very happy with them. You can see, and I just kind of embellished them, and you can see how they went together. And I have things on the back where you can keep notes on your books. So yeah, those are my bookmarks for the swap. And I put that in here, and then here's some from that. I put that over here, and this is some Timmy tissue paper. And that's another piece I did cut out. And this was another piece I did that I embellished with stuff. That was the last exercise. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here. It may just be a scrapbook of scrapbox stuff. So, all right, let's do some dolls. Let me get rid of these squares. Get them out of the way. Move. Okay, I got all these squares. I'm going back here. Look at all these. I got a whole bunch of them. These are pretty nice, mindless to do. Let's see. I thought it said 995 pounds. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be a really good course, and I really enjoyed everything that I did. I get frustrated very easily, and my head gets in my way. So, all right. So this is my doll journal, and you've seen it. You've all seen it. Let's stick this guy in here. You belong in here. The little marionette. Come on, get in there. Okay. These are just, there's my articulated bear who's hibernating. Yeah. And these are just, and this is an altered book. Don't like her at all. If I could tear her up. And these are from postcards cut up. I want to build some backgrounds here. This is my African page, and I have these little African cutouts, and this is African fabric. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to put something on here to give this a nice background for the dolls. And this would be kind of neat. I like that. Let's see what else I got. That would be a nice. Well, I like that better because it covers the page, huh? Yeah. We make that a background. And we'll put our dollies on the front. That would be cool. All right, let's just kind of do this trimmy thing like so. Like so. Okay. So I'm pretty excited that they finally started the work. And I told you I saw one of the windows and they are, oh my God, gorgeous, huge. They were almost $2,500 a piece. But they're hurricane impact windows rated for like 170 miles. So the house will be gone, but the windows will be standing. Oh, and I told you that since they hadn't sealed up the roof, where they had taken off a part of the roof, they hadn't sufficiently covered it up, so water got down in there and seeped down and caused my laminate wood tile floor, laminate wood flooring in my bedroom to buckle. I don't know if you're familiar with laminate, but if moisture gets underneath it, it kind of oozes up and buckles. Bye, Safia. Thanks for stopping by. And he's going to replace the whole floor. So I'm going to get an entirely new bedroom floor on his nickel. So he said whatever I order for the porch and studio, just order the same thing and they'll put that down as the flooring in the bedroom. So I get a new bedroom floor out of it. I've never been a fan of the laminate anyway. The laminate that is out in there is very generic, but it's so old that he said there was no way they could match it. So, and I ended up with vinyl, going with vinyl planks for the oh, he's back. So noise is going to start. Probably went to lunch. He's singing. But the vinyl planks are unbelievable. I mean, vinyl's come a long way. These are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, these are the beautiful dollies. Yes, yeah. I thought maybe he could just rip out, you know, some of the piece, you know, because they're buckled about 1.5 feet in. Doesn't that look cool? That kind of matches them being in the Yeah, I think they're going to look really good there. I like that. Should I elevate them a little bit? I don't know. I have dots. I've got these little things. Why don't we give them? Why don't we? Yeah, these were made by Rosemary Harris. She's a Makers member of the Makers family Facebook page. I think we'll elevate them a little bit. See how that. These are cheap. Come on, really? I can't get it off. Oh, well, I'm not going to fight with it. That's ridiculous. Okay. Screw that. Ah! All right. Come on. Oh, I know where I got some. I have some others here. I got them all over the place. Okay, here we go. I got a little box. Double-sided foam tape. Whew. Okay, and these are new. And they're 3M. Are you going to keep that person peeking out from behind them? This person here? Huh. I didn't think of that, but I like that. Thank you, Devin. That's a great idea. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I think that's let's see. Ooh. Like so. That looks better that way, I think. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. I can come down a little bit. My manual zoom. I like that. That's a great idea. And she's kind of got the jungle kind of like. All right, that's good. No, I just think I think that's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's stick this here. Oh, damn, I didn't want that. Okay, let me just cut that. I think I'm glad you wondered out loud. Okay. Let's stick one in the middle. Yeah, these work a little bit better. One there. And maybe these are the ones. So just do this here. I don't know how he's going to lift that. I did take a picture of him. I don't want to cover her name, so I'll put it right above here. I did take a picture of him standing by the frame. Oh, and that'll fit. Yes. She'll go underneath there. Okay. Love it. Thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. That was a good one. Very good suggestion. The weather's kind of cooled down a little bit. It's not in the 90s, it's in the high 80s, which is very nice. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. And she can go right in there, like so. And he's smiling, so it looks like, he's liking the ladies. He's giving the ladies a nice smile. Hey, you want to come in my cabin and see my butterfly collection? Did I hear that you're going to be on with Di? Devin, you're going to go on Di's show. Did I hear that? I think I heard that. I guess you're supposed to use stuff. At least I thought you're supposed to use stuff that that you don't, stuff in your stash that you never use. And I was using a lot of that. Check out my etchings. Yes, that was it. Etchings. Want to see my etchings? All right. I'll do this here. Unpeel this. He's got a tool belt on. Keeps on pulling down his pants. Yeah, I thought I heard her say that we're supposed to, but that could be different for all of us. Supposed to use or stash stuff that we don't normally use, which I think I'm going to use the stuff that I used on my thing on Sunday, because those are things I never used, like those Timmy sticks. Now I'm supposed to be on October 2nd. I don't know what time that all takes place. Okay. I think that came out really nice. That makes a very pretty dolly page. Very happy with that. And thank you for the idea of leaving him to be welcoming the ladies. Okay, let's find another background. I like the kitchen, except that it's not. What would be nice would be a black and white. Let's see what else I have here. Possibly. That's not going to work. No. I do have a veranda here. And veranda, this magazine is just backgrounds. Yeah, you're right. It's in the evening. It may be 9 o'clock. I think it's 9 o'clock because I saw where she has having Beth Schuler on, and the time is 9. But I don't know whether it's 9 PST, which would be 6 o'clock Eastern, or whether it's 9 Eastern. Now, this magazine it's a gorgeous magazine. And every page is like a background. It's a fashion magazine for interior design and some jewelry thrown in, but there's really no ads other than this kind of stuff. See, I'm going to cut those out in squares. And the paper is just gorgeous paper. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see. I want to paint that. I'm looking for a background for these ladies. These are the ladies. Man, they don't look bad against that. I want to paint that though. Isn't that pretty? Aren't those gorgeous? Let's see if there's a... Oh, this is really cute too. Let's go through. And I got this magazine a while ago, and then I didn't see it again. And then I got a thing to subscribe to it for $9.97 for a year's subscription. I could not say no. Look at this. Oh, this guy. Ooh. Look at this. It's got the pearl. And I'd have to put something there, but that's no biggie. Let's tear that out and just see what that looks like, because it's black and whitish. Yeah. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh. I love the bunnies. Oh, I love the bunnies. You see they're little, you can't see them. Look. Isn't that adorable? See the little girl and the little bunnies? Isn't that the neatest wallpaper? Can you imagine putting that wallpaper in a kid's room? That's so awesome. Can you imagine what a bitch that would be to put that wallpaper up? I've only done wallpapering once in my life. Once was enough. See these. I think, oops, no. I think these might look cute on this. And you can just fold them in like that and then open them up. Because with the little kids, I think that's what's going to happen. He's leaving again. Keeps on taking his belt off. No. I don't know. Hi, Kimberly. Happy Hub Day to you, too. I think these, I can't see what I'm doing. I can't get in the camera. I'm so sorry. I have so much trouble getting in camera. You think they're cute? I mean, because it's a kid's room. If you open it up like that, you can see. You can't really see her, but then you can open them up like that. Because the colors don't match, but that doesn't make any difference to me because I'm never one for matching colors. All right. That's hard because these ladies look good on this too. So I think I'm going to go with the paper dollies here. Yeah, okay. We'll stick that. Let's just do it. Let's just do it in there. All right. Okay. Let's cut this down. Little Green Paint and Paper is the name of the company. Have you ever heard of Little Green Paint and Paper Company? I have not. All right, let's cut this. All right. Cut this a little bit here. I want to keep the bunny, which is the bunnies, as we can. All right, let's do that. It's amazing, right? How you can lose a pair of scissors just like that. Did I put them back in the thing? No. How do you lose a big pair of scissors? Gosh. Yes, thank you, Barbara. Enjoy your coffee. Oh, there they are. Okay. Barbara's going to get coffee. It's 3 hours earlier where Barbara is. It's coffee time there. Coffee. All right. And I think I'm going to split the difference. Well, we'll take that because we're going to see the top. So we'll get that off the top. Do that. A little. This magazine has the most beautiful stuff. I guess I know why this guy works by himself, because he starts and he stops. And now he's standing there looking at his t-shirt. Okay, let's do this. I'll glue that down and then I can cut it off. Okay. Yeah, that's going to look cute. It's going to look very cute. Glue this down. I want to do a journal. I made some really nice journals a while ago that were interactive, and they had pockets, and I had tags for it, and it was a design that was from Ava Bohemian Crafting, where she did it in a paperback book, a non-stitched paperback book, which everyone says you can't be done if it's not stitched, and it can be done. And it's, oh my gosh, it's probably one of my most favorite journals. I put it up for auction for when we raised money. And Janice bought it. So she has it. I'd like to make another one of those. I have several ideas. I was thinking of making like an American history journal with trivia, American history kind of themed. Maybe it would be colonial. I don't know. And I wanted to maybe do a Winnie the Pooh journal. And I'm also thinking of doing I bought a second Winnie the Pooh book to cut up. And I got a Winnie the Pooh paper packed. And it's the real Winnie the Pooh. It's not the Disney version of Winnie the Pooh, which I absolutely hate what Disney did to Winnie the Pooh. They just made them all round and not angular. So this is the original Winnie the Pooh. The Alan Shepard illustration Winnie the Pooh, not Disney. I guess the Milne family sold the rights to Winnie the Pooh to Disney for $30 million or something like that a long time ago. And then I got some Treasure Island stuff for some jewelry made by Van Cleef, and it's like Treasure Island inspired with pirate ships that were just with rubies and diamonds and stuff. So I bought a used copy of Treasure Island. Oh, well, I would love to. I would love to show you my Beatles journal. Thank you for asking. You know, when people ask to see the journal, yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. I got most of the little bumps out. This works pretty good. Yeah, Becky's not on today, so I've got some extra time. I mean, I heard she's taking the week off from this kind of stuff. So, yes. So we'll just put this like so. And let that open like so. And I will, yeah. And I will put the sticky things here. And this is really sticky. I had a lot of fun making the Beatles journal. Being a Beatles kid, I grew up with the Beatles. You know, sometimes when you grow, there's a band that's your band. And they were my band. They came into existence when I was 13. And they broke up when I was 21. So that was pretty much they were my band. And as I've told many of you, I actually got to see them in concert at Forest Hills Tennis Stadium. And we had press seats because somebody knew somebody who knew somebody. So we were down on the floor, on the, about 10 feet from the stage. Couldn't hear a damn thing they said because everybody was screaming. I was very upset that I couldn't hear anything that they were singing. Their opening act was the Righteous Brothers. Yep, they landed by helicopter, and that was their first. And when they were on the Ed Sullivan Show, I remember taking pictures with my little black and white camera, pictures of them on the TV show. I wish I had that album. I had that scrapbook album of the Beatle paraffin, stuff. Man, I wish I had saved that. That would have been fun to have. But you don't think of saving that stuff when you're a kid, and then you grow up, and then you move. And another thing I wish I had saved was I had a stack of playbills, a huge stack of playbills, because my friend and I would go to plays. We lived on Long Island. We'd get on the train and go into New York City every weekend. There, a little crooked, but ta-da! Interactive. All right, let me go get the Beatle album. And you can look at this beautiful page. Oh, I get it. I know exactly where it is. It's not like I'm going to be looking all over for it.
IRCC maintenance.
Sorry, I got to get this. Oh. Hello? I'm going to hang up. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. So here it is. Let's make sure I'm in frame. This has magnets in it. Oh, there it is. There's a magnet. There. So that's my little yellow submarine. Hi, Janet. I'm showing my Beatles journal. A little nostalgia. Devin asked if I would show it, and of course I was more than happy. Okay, bye, Barbara. Okay, so that comes off. There's a little. And again, it's very, I love my magnets. And I had a set of Beatle paraphernalia. Because it's not going to fit on here at all. It's because it opens up. I'll do this side. Okay. And there was this thing I got from a company in Edinburgh, Scotland, that had replica of Beatle paraphernalia or ephemera. So I went through it and stuck it all in here. And then I got all of their album covers. So that's all in here. And then when you come over here, this is a little booklet that came with that set. And that sits here. And then this comes out, which is very interactive. And then this opens. This is the newspaper. "12,000 scream they're welcome, and one who didn't." It's all about Beatles. And that holds that. And then this opens. Now, this design for this album came from Victoria Designs, and it was meant for something totally different. I got to figure out how this opens. I haven't opened it in a while. This goes like so. All right. I designed this on the the Procreate. So this goes like so. This opens like this. I'm sorry, I haven't opened it so long. You can see it just keeps on opening and opening, and then comes down. There's just no really way of showing it. It's so big. And this even comes down even further. Oh my gosh. You can see all the way down here. And there's even more stuff down here. Like so. This comes down like that. This folds in like that. And then this opens. Oh my gosh. Can't even show it. It'd be interesting to try to film it, you know what I mean? Have someone, and it all folds up like so. And this, that goes in there like that, I think. And then this goes in here to keep those closed. And then this opens like so. And then here's George. This was my take on, I think it was Peter Max. Thanks, Brenda. And I did the Peter Max thing. And then I painted this. And then here's a picture of John. And here's some more. I did that on Procreate, kind of in the style of Peter Max. Do you remember that kind of 60s style? And then this opens. Let's see. Well, that's a belly band. That goes in there. Okay. And then this opens like so. You see? And then you got more stuff over here that this comes down like so. Sergeant Pepper's. And then this is a a waterfall thing. And then this opens over here. And I wish I can't really show it to you all. All right. And that closes. And that closes. That goes in there. And this goes through here. And that closes that. And then there's this side, which we already saw. Wait a minute. Oh, this flips up. And there's a big picture of Paul. Everyone loved Paul. All right. So there's Paul's, John. And you can see this is, let's see. I wish I could show this better to you. But and this comes out like so. And another, oh, here's the other pictures of the other boy. Here's the other. No, he's unplugging everything. It's unfortunate. And then this opens like so, like so. I did a double. It's too big, you can't see. This is like a double picture to give you some dimension. There's that picture again. That's when they were in the basement. And here's another flip out thing of all their albums. And that's a belly band. Let's see. Is that it? No. And this opens up like that. And there's the Ed Sullivan Show. And I think that's it. This sticks in. I guess that goes in there. Yeah, that goes like that. Does this go like so? I think that goes like that. And then that comes down like that. And this comes across like that. And this comes across like that. And that's that. So there's my Beatle album. And I just really can't do it justice because of the way it's so big. But you can kind of just go through it, you know. Yeah, it was, I had to find the journal, you know, the substrate for the journal. And that's from Victoria Designs. They have all the 7. Well, thanks for asking, Devin. I appreciate that. It always makes someone happy to be able to share. With Victoria Designs, they show you how to do this journal, and they have a kit for it. And this was all my own. I had my own stuff, but you can see how wide it is. And I did, yeah. I used a Victoria design to do my Bauhaus journal too. But thank you. So thanks for being here, everyone. And Peter Mack, yeah. I love his art. It's so colorful. Well, thank you, Devin, and thanks everybody for being here. I so appreciate that. And I'll see you Sunday, hopefully at 5. And Devin's on at 3 this afternoon. And I'm sure there'll be more Jelly Plate fun there. And so hopefully I'll see you at Devin's at 3. And I don't know whether Shannon or Junkie's on at 5:15 or not. I play bridge again at 6 o'clock, bridge lessons. So I don't normally get to see her or much of her. Okay. Well, so long. Be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. And be fabulous, too. Bye.